Oh, sorry, Lulu. All right. Hey, Kathleen and Lisa. I'm so glad that you guys are here. I'm glad Sigmund is joining. Bree, I'm so happy you're back. I'm so excited to have the chance to teach this class again, and I really appreciate you all giving me space to pause when I needed some space to pause, and then being here again when it's time to get going again. I really appreciate you. So Bree, thanks for letting me know you're here. Kathleen, if you can not hear me for any reason, type in. I'm gonna assume you can hear me. So Luna is gonna join us today. Hopefully she'll be a good girl. She had a very active day, so she should be pretty beat. Lisa, I'm so happy that you are back and able to join us today. I'm gonna check one more thing at the computer screen because we had someone who had a last minute question, and as I'm doing that, I want you all to just take a few moments to grab whatever you need. Get settled, grab a blanket, maybe some tea, light some candles. And then for today's practice, I invite you to get a blanket so you can be nice and cozy. Oh yay, Ingrid, I'm so excited. This is awesome. I'm gonna give it a couple more moments. We have a few more folks jumping on, so thank you all. And as that's happening, grab whatever you need to feel safe, supported, comfy, cozy, and find your way onto your mat. One last sip of water. Oh yay, Teresa, I'm so glad you made it. Perfect. Your pup's checking Luna out. I can't remember your dog's name, but I remember she looks similar to Luna. Except little Luna has learned to become a diva, so she now takes up the whole mat that we have to share, Luna. Okay. She's still learning. So grab a blanket. Agnes, that's such a sweet name. And then today we're going to begin on our backs. So I want you to bring your soles of the feet to the floor, your knees bent and pointing upwards towards the sky, and then you can slowly lower on to your back. And as you find your way on your back, just take a few moments to land here, to arrive. So maybe you want to start with your eyes open and just start to notice where you are right here, right now. And then you can gently rest your eyes and begin to take note of any sounds that you can hear. Any sounds that you can hear perhaps outside your home. Sounds inside your home. Sounds inside the room. The sound of my voice. And the sound of your breath as it moves in and out of the body. Now notice where your body meets the earth and all points that are touching the earth. So allow the body to become really heavy as it just melts into the mat. And feel the support of the earth beneath you, lifting you up in return. Now notice where in the body you feel your breath as it moves in and as it moves out. Inhale. And exhale. And just allow yourself a moment to observe the breath here. Get really curious about it. So we are officially at fall back, that time of year where the days are getting shorter and it approaches darkness earlier. So there's a lot more darkness that's happening right now. And it's a great reminder of the rest that all things in nature require. We've been going through this transition, this transformation from summer to fall, and really now approaching fall into winter. And changes like this, transitions and transformations, can be really exhausting. And a common element in them is some sort of darkness. Think about how a caterpillar creates its cocoon and it goes into this space to rest and nourish so that it can bloom. So this practice today, we're going to focus on really allowing yourself to rest as nature is inviting you to, so that you can later bloom in the areas in which you need to. So our little phrase for tonight is, if you're feeling tired, my dear, rest, and the answers shall appear. Inhale and exhale. So let's begin to deepen the breath, and particularly the exhale, to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, that part of the nervous system that allows the body and the mind to rest. So we're going to inhale for a count of 4 and exhale for a count of 8, and I'll guide you through it. Let's take a cleansing breath to begin, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Continue to breathe in this way. Now release any control over the breath and allow the body to return to the rhythm of the natural breath as it flows in and as it flows out. And place your palms one atop another at the center of your chest. And take a moment to set an intention for your practice. Maybe it's along the lines of that theme of rest. Maybe you're thinking of some way in which, or some area of your life that you could slow down and rest as you move through it, and honor that space for yourself. Or maybe there's something that you'd like to release or receive. Whatever that intention is, whatever you need right now, repeat that 3 times in your mind. Inhale and exhale. Now inhale, curl your knees into your chest, bring your hands to your kneecaps, and move the legs with your hands. So it's like your arms are the puppet master and your legs are the puppet. So move around your legs, giving your low back a little massage, moving in one direction and then the other direction. And then bring your arms out to a cactus T. So starting to open up the chest and the shoulders here, and then straighten your legs towards the sky. Your legs might not be ready to be totally straight yet. It takes a while. So if there's a little bend in the knees, that's totally fine. Bring your arms to a cactus T. Now point one foot, flex the other, and then flip it, point the other foot, flex the other. Pedal the feet back and forth a few times. Waking up our joints, getting some little movements in here. Good, and then make a few circles with the feet in one direction. I always have one foot that pops, the other one does not. Then flip it around, a few circles in the opposite direction. Awesome. Now inhale here. And exhale, bend your knees so your shins are parallel to the sky. Feel your core engage, your low back root down on the earth. Inhale. And exhale, drop both knees to the left side as you gaze over your right shoulder. So we're getting some twisting in here, which is good for digestion, good for the back. This is a great way to start to open up the chest, open up the shoulders. Breathe in and breathe out. Now, inhale, bring it back to center, engage your core, feel your low back root down. And exhale, drop both knees to the right side as you gaze over your left shoulder, opening up the chest, and find your breath. Now inhale, bring it back to center. Bring your hands to your knees, wiggle it around. Now straighten your legs, reach your feet towards the sky, pedal out the feet again. And then reach your arms up in front of you like a zombie. Now inhale, reach your hands towards your feet as high as you can. Keep on reaching. Take a big breath in, a big breath out. One more inhale. Good job. Exhale, lower your head back to the mat. Curl the knees into the chest. Wrap your arms around your legs this time, and then gently rock and roll back and forth, side to side. And then find your way to a seat. You can either rock and roll to get there, or you can come to the fetal position and push up. But the seat I want you to find yourself in is not cross-legged. It's gonna be just like how we lowered onto the mat, so that soles of the feet on the floor, knees bent and pointing upwards. And then bring your hands so that they're pointing in towards your toes. So bring the hands slightly behind the back. Ground down through the palms, straighten your arms, lift your chest up. I don't know why, I think of like a proud penguin, like puffing their chest, showing off your feathers. Good. So starting to open up the chest and shoulders here. Inhale, ground down through the sits bones. You can gaze up towards the sky or straight out in front and drop both knees to the left side and gaze over the right shoulder. So this is pretty much what we were doing lying on the back. But this way gets a little bit more internal and external rotation in the hips. So ground down through the palms, keep the chest lifted, soft in the shoulders. Find your breath. And notice if there's one way you can find a little bit more rest here. Maybe that's by deepening the breath. Maybe it's by quieting the mind. Maybe it's by feeling the support of the earth beneath you. Now, without moving your seat, without moving your feet, inhale, bring your knees back to center. Take a moment to pause and land here. And then drop both knees over to the right side this time, and you can gaze over that left shoulder. And take a few moments here. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, drop it over to the right side, gaze left, take a few big breaths. Inhale, bring it back to center. And exhale, drop it to the right, gaze left. Now inhale, bring it back to center and walk your hands in so you bring your hands to the tops of the kneecaps. And you might need to adjust your seat a little. Now inhale, drop your belly, gaze up towards the sky. And exhale, arch your spine, gaze in towards your navel. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. And exhale, arch your spine, gaze in. One more inhale. And exhale. Now inhale to neutral. And exhale, cross the feet, pull them in, and find your way to a cross-legged seat. If a cross-legged seat is not accessible in your body today, that's totally fine. You can just straighten your legs out in front of you, or you can keep the knees bent, soles of the feet on the floor. Honor what feels right for you today. Ground down through your seat, feel your spine lengthen. Inhale, reach your arms up high, gaze up. Exhale, bring your right hand to the mat, ground down through the right palm and lean it to the right side. Keep the left sits bones grounded and think about stacking the left shoulder over top the right. You can gaze up at that left hand or you can relax and drop the gaze to the earth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach it up to center, gaze up. Exhale, ground the left palm and lean it to the left side. Keep the right seat rooted on the earth. Right shoulder over left. Choose where the gaze needs to be to feel best for your neck. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale to center. Exhale, lean it to the right. Breath in, breath out. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Breath in, breath out. Inhale to center. Exhale, bring your arms to a cactus T. Ground down through your seat. Feel your spine lengthen. Inhale here. Exhale, twist from your core to the right side. Bring your left hand to the right leg, right hand behind the back. Sits bones root down in the floor. Inhale, feel your spine lengthen. And exhale, gaze over your right shoulder. Take a few breaths here. Inhale, bring it back to center, reach your arms up. Exhale, arms to a cactus T, twist from the cord to the left side, right hand to left knee, left hand behind the back, sits bones ground. Inhale, feel your spine lengthen. And exhale, gaze over your left shoulder. Take a few breaths here. Good. Inhale, back to center, arms rise, gaze to the sky. Exhale, hands to your knees. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze up. And exhale, arch your spine, gaze in towards your navel. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, soften your shoulders down the back. Inhale. And exhale. Bring your fingertips to the earth. Inhale, bring your left ear to your left shoulder. You can lift your right arm up and out to the side till you find the point that feels right for you, and then stop there. Wiggle your fingers. Bring it back to center. Take a breath. And then bring your right ear to your right shoulder. You can keep the left fingers on the floor. Start to lift the left arm up and out to the side. And stop and wiggle your fingers once you find the point that feels right. Good, then bring it back to center. Inhale. And exhale. Now find your way towards a tabletop position so you can uncross the legs. And then bring your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Spread your fingers wide and ground down through your knuckles and your fingers. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, widen your knees, and then send your sits bones back to a child's pose. Your arms extend in front of you. You can have your forehead on the mat or your chin on the mat. Honor whichever feels best for your neck. And let this be a moment to pause. Let this be a place where you can find rest. And if this pose doesn't feel restful or supportive to your body, just find one that does. It can mean sitting up. It can mean lying on your back. Whatever feels most restorative for you. And know that at any point during class today, or really in life, you can come to a space of honoring that which your body and mind need. Inhale. And exhale. Now inhale, bring it back to tabletop position. Ground down through the palms. Inhale, reach your forehead towards the front of the mat. And exhale, gaze over the right shoulder towards the right hip. Take a breath here. And then bring it back to center. And gaze over the left shoulder towards the left hip. Take a moment to pause, a moment to breathe here. So this is a good way to help decompress tension in the low back. Inhale to center. Exhale, gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale to center. And exhale, gaze over your left shoulder. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, straighten your right leg behind you. Now I want you to take a few rocks back and forth, so send your weight back into the right heel and forward into the palms. So this is helping to stretch out that hip flexor and the calf. Rock and roll back and forth a few times. Good, and then feel your toes push down on the mat. Your head reaches forward. Inhale, pick your right leg up behind you. Feel your right pinky toe reach towards the mat. And then exhale, bring your right leg over to the left side as you gaze over your left shoulder. The left toes stay on the earth. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, pick your right leg up. A couple options here. Option one, you can kick your right leg out to the side, bring the right foot to the floor, and exhale, bend the left knee, send the sits bones back. So it's a child's pose with that right leg extended. Or you can bring your right knee to meet the left and send it back to a more traditional child's pose or restful pose for you. Take a few moments to just pause and be wherever you choose to land. And again, ask yourself, how can you invite rest into this moment? Perhaps resting a part of the body, a part of the mind, or the breath. When you're ready, inhale, bring it back to a tabletop position. Bring the right knee in to meet the left. Ground down through the palms. Take a cat and cow as a way to help reset the spine. And then meet at a neutral tabletop position again as you're ready. Inhale, extend the left leg back behind you. You can shift the weight back and forth a few times, stretching out the calf and the hip flexor. Ground down through the palms. Inhale, pick the left foot up, left pinky toe reaches towards the mat. And exhale, cross the left leg over to the right side as you gaze over your right shoulder. And breathe. Inhale, pick the left leg up behind you. Exhale, kick it out to the left side, ground down through the left foot. Send it back. Child's pose with the left leg extended, or child's pose or whatever else is restful for you. And let yourself land. And notice what resistance might arise when you slow down. Like, what does your default go to? Does it tell you like, I gotta get out of this, I gotta keep moving, I gotta keep going? And how can you soften that? How can you let yourself rest? Let yourself land, let yourself be with stillness. Now inhale, bring it back to a tabletop position again as you're ready. Ground down through the knuckles and the fingers. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, curl your toes under. Straighten your legs, send your sits bones towards the sky, and lower your heels to the mat, downward facing dog. You can take a few moments to pedal out the feet from side to side, maybe wiggle it back and forth. And then as you're ready, settle in to stillness. Feel your hands root down on the mat. Your arms rotate inwards, soften your shoulders down the back. Gaze towards your navel. Find your breath. And then slowly walk your hands in towards your feet. Inhale, lengthen your spine, look up. And exhale, gently bend at your knees, fold forward. Let your whole body, your whole upper body become heavy here. You can allow your arms to roll alongside the body. You can grab opposite elbow with opposite hand. You can shake your head side to side, no. You can nod it back and forth, yes. You can bring your hands to clasp behind the head, way down the upper back and shoulders. And then release the bind. And as slowly as honey on a cold morning, come to stand one vertebrae at a time. And let your head be the very last thing that rises. And find yourself at standing. Inhale, bring your shoulders to your ears. Exhale, drop them down your back. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Inhale, reach your arms up high towards the sky. Grab the left wrist with the right fingers. Exhale, lean to the right side so you're making a crescent moon with your body, really stretching along that left side. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale to center, grab your right wrist with your left fingers. And exhale, lean it to the left. Crescent moon, other side. Find your breath. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, soften at your knees, bow forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, ground your palms, and then walk your hands forward so you come to a downward facing dog again. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Now inhale, pick your right leg up behind you. Bend your right knee, open your hips. Take 3 circles clockwise with the knee. 3 circles counterclockwise. Straighten your right leg. Drag your toes along the midline and then step your right foot between your hands. You might have to pull your right foot forward. It's not that easy to just step it through. And then lower down onto your left knee. You can uncurl the back toes and then lift your torso up. If this feels like too much on this back knee, you can roll your mat over and rest your knee on that, or grab a pillow and place it under. And take a moment to land here. So feel where your feet meet the mat, feel them rooting down. You can bring your hands to the top of your right knee and deep in the bend in the right knee, start to send your weight forward and soften your shoulders down the back. You might want to keep your hands where they are, or you might try to bring your hands to hold each other behind the back and start to straighten your arms, bring your shoulder blades together, and maybe gaze up towards the sky. Honor where your body is today. Find your breath. And then inhale, reach your arms up high to the sky. And exhale, bring your hands to frame your right leg. Now start to straighten your right leg, send your sits bones back. So you're coming to a runner's stretch. At first, your right toes can stay on the mat. Then you can pick your right toes up. You can windshield wiper your right foot from side to side. This is really great for your IT band. And then you can let yourself fold forward. Let your body become heavy. Relax your shoulders. And just melt forward over that right leg. Now inhale, deepen the bend in the front knee. Ground down through your palms. Curl your back toes under and straighten your left leg. Inhale here. And exhale, step your right foot back to meet the left. Downward facing dog. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. You can pick your left leg up behind you, bend your left knee, open the hips, take 3 circles clockwise with the knee, 3 circles counterclockwise, and then straighten your left leg. Inhale, bring your left knee in towards your nose, step it between your hands. Lower down onto your right knee, you can uncurl your back toes. Feel the feet ground down and inhale, lift your torso up. Wobble if you need, and bring your hands to the top of the left thigh. Inhale here, and exhale, start to deepen the bend in the left knee. Keep your core engaged, your shoulders soft. You might stay right here, or you might bring your hands to clasp behind the back. Straighten the arms, bring the shoulder blades towards one another, and start to gaze up. Inhale, reach your arms up high. And exhale, bring your hands to frame your left leg. Now straighten your left leg this time, send the sits bones back. At first, keep the left toes on the mat. Then you can peel up, maybe windshield wiper the foot from side to side. And then you can melt forward over that left leg. Relax the head, relax the neck. Find your breath. Inhale, shift your weight forward, ground down through your palms, curl your back toes under, straighten the right leg, and step the left foot to meet the right, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Exhale, open your mouth, let it out. We're gonna do 2 more like this. Inhale, exhale, release. Last one. Good. Inhale, shift your weight forward to a plank position. And exhale, bring your knees to the mat. Now walk your hands out in front of you and bring your chin and your chest to the mat. Puppy pose. So sits bones, stay high, reaching towards the sky. Choose if it feels better for your chin to touch the mat, or your forehead, really opening up the chest and shoulders here. And then lift your head up, bring your left hand to the center of the mat, and reach your right arm up. And like you're threading a needle, bring your right arm under your left, your right temple to the earth. The left arm can stay extended, or it can come up and around to the small of the back. Good. Bring your left palm back to the earth. Inhale, reach your right arm up. And exhale, place it at the center front of the mat. Inhale, ground down through the right palm, reach the left arm towards the sky. And like you're threading a needle, left arm under right. Left temple to the mat. The right arm can stay extended, where it can come up and around to the small of the back. Inhale, bring your right hand back to the mat, ground down through the right palm, bring it back to the earth, and then send the sits bones back, child's pose. Inhale, and exhale. Now bend the elbows and bring the hands either to reverse prayer behind the head, or you can stack the palms on top of each other at the back of the neck. And then bring the hands back to the earth. Slowly walk your hands in towards your knees and lift your torso up. Inhale, bring your shoulders to your ears. Exhale, drop them down the back. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Now walk your hands out to the side and bring the soles of the feet together. So the soles of the feet come out in front of you, and take a moment to massage your feet here. And then maybe start to massage up the calves and bring it back down to the ankles and the feet again. Bring your hands to your ankles, feel your sits bones ground, your spine lengthen, and your shoulders soften. Inhale here, and exhale, scrape your forearms along your rib cage as you open up the soles of your feet and bow forward. And then relax your head, relax your neck. And let yourself become heavy here. Inhale, lift your torso up. And exhale, bring your knees together again. Bring your hands to the tops of the knees. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze up. And exhale, arch your spine, gaze in. Sits bones ground, spine lengthens, reach your arms out in front of you, and then slowly, one vertebrae at a time, lower all the way down onto your back. Get a good yawn or an exhale. And then curl your knees into your chest. Bring your hands to your kneecaps. Wiggle it around. Bring the soles of the feet back to the floor. Your arms to a cactus T. Engage your core, feel your low back root down on the earth. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Take a few moments to roll the right foot around. And then bring your right ankle to your left knee. Keep your right foot engaged, feel your core engaged, low back reaching down onto the mat. The right knee tries to run away from the body while the right glute tries to pull it in. You can stay just like this, or you can pick the left foot off of the floor, bring the hands to clasp behind the thigh or atop the shin, and breathe. And then you can let go of the left leg, bring it back to the mat, and bring the right foot back to the floor. And windshield wiper the knees from side to side, or any other movements that your body might like. And then meet with the knees pointing upwards, soles of the feet on the floor. Engage the core, feel your low back, round down and straighten your left leg. You can take a few moments to point and flex, move it clockwise and counterclockwise. And then bring your left ankle to your right knee. Feel that left knee run away from the body. The left glute tries to pull it in. You can stay here. You can pick the right foot off of the floor, hands behind the thigh or atop the shin. And just allow yourself to find the breath again. And as you're ready, bring the right foot back to the mat. If it's lifted, bring the left foot back as well. And you can windshield wiper the knees from side to side again. Curl your knees into the chest, gently rock and roll. And then bring your hands to the outer edges of the feet or the shins or some part of the legs and find your way to a happy baby. Maybe rock and roll in this happy baby. And any final movements that your body is asking for, I invite you to explore them. And then grab whatever you need. Grab a blanket, any final things, and find your way to a comfortable resting pose. And we are going to slowly allow ourselves to transition into a guided deep relaxation. So I recommend lying down on your back with the legs straight or the knees bent with a blanket preferably. Maybe taking legs up the wall if that feels restful for you. And simply allow yourself to land here. Notice where your body meets the earth. And all points that are touching the earth. And allow the body to become heavy. With every breath, the body slowly becomes heavier, as if it were melting into the earth. Now slowly begin to deepen the breath. Take a long, slow inhale, followed by a longer, slower exhale, and pause. Long, slow inhale, longer, slower exhale, and pause. Long, slow inhale, longer, slower exhale, and pause. Continue to breathe in this way. Now release any control over the breath and simply surrender to the rhythm of the natural, intuitive breath as it flows in and as it flows out of the body. And simply allow yourself to surrender to stillness, to surrender to rest here. Know that there is nothing left for you to do. There is no place else for you to be. There is just this moment, just this breath, just this. Inhale and exhale. You can slowly begin to deepen the breath. Gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll your wrists and your ankles. You can stretch your arms and legs in opposite directions like you're first getting out of bed in the morning. And then find your way to a comfortable seat. And no rush to arrive, just simply allow yourself to gently move to a comfortable seat. And you can allow your eyes to remain closed or your gaze soft out in front of you. And your palms to rest upwards on the knees in a sign of receiving. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. And scan your body from head to toe. Simply notice the sensations present for you here. And if it's any different from when we began. Perhaps a more relaxed body, perhaps a quieter mind, perhaps a sense of contentment. And as you observe this space within yourself, know that this is who you truly are. And with each breath, you can drop into this space within you and carry it as you move through the world around you. So leaving with this reminder to tap into this space of grounding within you and opportunities to rest as you move through the rest of your evening and beyond. Place the palms one atop another at the center of your chest. Take a moment to feel really proud of yourself for taking the time to show up for your body and your mind and for one another today. It's no small thing, so soak it in. A little goes a long way. Thank you so much for allowing me to teach and teaching me so much in return. Let's take one more breath together to close. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And then you can slowly open your eyes as you transition back to this space. Thank you all so much for showing up and practicing with me today. I really appreciate each of you, and I'm so grateful to be back. Honestly, this Sunday evening class is what got me through last winter, so I'm really excited to have this as a foundation as we move into this winter. So we will be back every Sunday this November and probably beyond, but we're going to start with every Sunday at 6 in November. Join in. It's a community class. Give what you can. Come as you are. Invite your loved ones to join, and I'll see you guys next week. And you can sign up for next week now if you click the live tab on the Connect-Wellness website. It'll be there. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know, and I look forward to practicing with you guys again on Sunday. Leanne, thank you so much for being here. Ingrid, I'm glad you could make it. Teresa, Bree, Kathleen. Kathleen, I'm so glad you practiced with me today. I'm gonna come over to my computer just so I can see what's going on. But if anyone has any questions, don't hesitate to let me know. Lisa, I'm glad you're here as well. Yay, Bree, I'm so happy to see you again. I hope school is going well. I want to hear about it. I'm going to go ahead and log us off for today, but actually first I'm just going to drop in that sign up. So if anyone wants to sign up for the rest of the Sundays in November, I'm going to drop that link in for you. Yay, Ingrid, I'm so happy that you're back. Well, I'm happy that I'm back. I'm happy that you're here. All right, so there's the link to sign up for future weeks. Get